Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Software Inc. episode number 5. The first 4 episodes, I kind of recorded those in a bundle, and so I couldn't really take feedback from your comments. I was responding to you guys and everything, but really didn't have a chance to implement anything until now, and there's 2 things that kind of stand out. I wanted to mention quickly. One, Tommy last mentioned that I should try and just do 1 project per month. That's probably a good idea. I do have 2. I already selected these in the previous episode, so I kind of need to try and finish these ones, so that's what we're going to do today. Or at least this month and next month, try to hammer those 2 out. The other thing is something Nathaniel mentioned as well as others, and that is that I should really make sure I'm finishing the code, that even the 0.01, like if I'm ending it just before finishing that last tenth, I should be, or 100th I guess of it, I should be trying to get that out because that's giving me this penalty of it being unfinished. So anyway, we're going to definitely keep that in mind and try and make sure we're doing that. But first things first, we've got to hammer through these 2 projects here, which are moving along. We can speed this up. They are going to head home here pretty soon, which is fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. I went over on code there. It's probably better than being under. But anyway, we're going to try and get these things hammered out. We're going to let these guys go for the day. And let's do a review. And we will promote this guy. Sure. So we're going to let these guys go home for the day. And we'll see how things are going here on this Activision project. It's pretty good, 9.3. Cool, let's bring them back in the morning. Alrighty, we got everybody filing in here once again, sitting down, typing away. So we saw the Activision reviews were pretty good, which is great. We're just kind of cranking on bugs right now. Unfortunately, this is the one that scares me because we still have quite a bit to do. We need these guys to really crank on that artwork. Now, I could probably, well, no, I guess I won't be able to. Depending on when this gets done, I suppose. It's possible that I could throw a Weem in on that. I don't recall offhand what his design stuff looks like, or art rather. So his art is actually not bad at all. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than not having any skill there. So we could throw him into that project at some point, especially because we're going to be able to release this relatively soon. We are currently at 11 bugs by just after 9. Let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. I'm gonna get this like just past lunch or so. Okay, so he went up about 19 bugs from noon to just after 1. So obviously we got to release it this month, but I could probably, this might be okay. 30 bugs. Let's just do a little bit more. 31 bugs. He's not finding a whole lot more. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna release it because it's in pretty good shape. Outstanding. There we go. We've got our money. And with as much art as we need to do, I'm not sure we're going to finish this in time. We really don't have much time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, all of these guys are on there. So Weem is already helping. I suppose I don't have to change anything there. And I guess we're just going to see how it goes. And I'm leaning towards releasing this late rather than releasing it incomplete. This would be very, very early. This one's simply taking way longer than I thought it was going to. I'm not sure I could be any worse at this game, you guys. I noticed when we came back yesterday, Weem wasn't doing anything. I looked at the previous bit I had recorded and he wasn't doing anything there when I first switched him. And I hadn't switched him to art. My focus was so much on how quickly art was going down and watching the time. I didn't see that he wasn't doing anything. So yesterday was a bust, at least part of the day. I did switch him over, and it definitely did start picking up the pace. So he's definitely helping this progress, the art progress here, which as you can see we're just about here. So we're going to go ahead and hit review, client, and we're going to promote that. So we're well behind now, 2 months overdue at this point, and we've got delay to hammer through. So let's speed this up. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and open these guys up. So 9.1 is not bad. That's not bad. No bugs to fix. Is there really just none? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and release this guy. Satisfactory quality. You know what? I'll take it. This has just been a bust the last few days. Entirely my fault. But anyway, it is good to know that Weem actually can progress the artwork along, which is nice. You can see we got some losses here because of that. But anyway, it's definitely good to know. We are now going to progress through the next morning. I could take a project now and try to complete it by the next morning, but we really don't have that much time. And I'm not really wanting to do that because I really want to have a morning where I've got nothing else to do. Just take on a new project and run with it. So I almost feel like today's already a bust. I could send these guys home. You actually can. That is a thing we can do. I actually forgot where you do that. It wasn't there. Send employee home. So I don't have to send myself home because I don't have a salary to pay, but we can send you home. And I don't know if this is like a hit to morale, probably is. But we're going to go ahead and say you guys go home. Weem's just going to sit here and think about what he's done wrong. He knows what he did. He needs to sit here and think about how to remedy this. Okay, bright and early, no one's in yet. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. We need a new project, a contract. And we're going to try and just stick to one. Don't say try. We're going to stick to just one. We must. Let's kind of click through these a bit though. Game assets, 2 artists. There's no design required, so if I did that, Weem doesn't really have a whole lot to do. Granted, it's been proven he can help with artwork, but that's okay. Let's see. This website requires a programmer and 2 artists, so this is a thing that we could do. Let's see here. Cost per bug is $40, so that's kind of expensive. But the expected quality is bad, so I don't know. Maybe that's okay. Let's sort this by sites and kind of double check these. So this is the only one that required 2 artists. Art units 1.72. But they aren't that fast is the problem. But if we could do something like this, let's take a look at this one. This one's bad. The cost per bug is 43. If we could do one of these and get it done in a single day, that would be amazing. So that's what's been recommended to me, is to by you guys, to kind of do a project, start one in the morning and just do one. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this project. We'll go ahead and take this guy. Indeed. And then, so for Paradox Interactive, we're going to be doing their website. And let's kind of think about this a second. The first thing we're going to want is design. We're going to have design work to do. So I could basically give everybody the design role. That's the thing we can do. Or we can kind of just see how it goes. Weem's design is like okay. It looks like Joey's not going to be able to help at all, and Kimberly's okay, so we could switch her to design as well. That's a thing we can do, because the design has to get done first. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to bring these guys in. There's the bus, they're sitting down, and we've got nobody working again. That's because, pause this thing, we need to go in and do this. I think that's all we need. Okay. So this is actually moving pretty quickly. We're on the slowest time rate right now, and they're kind of jamming through this, so that's good. Obviously, Joey's going to kind of take a little bit of a break, kind of waiting for this to get done. And we could switch him as well. Designer, let's switch you in. As I get up to go get a snack, of course. So anyway, we're going to get everybody working on the design aspect, I suppose. And it may not matter. I don't know if that plays into the quality or anything. I don't know if Joey can help speed it up when he has no skill there. I don't know if that matters or not. But let's see. We're only at 9. Let's go ahead and speed this up. And we're gonna switch to development. So there we go. And let's go ahead and pause this. I want this to be like efficient. I want to make sure I've got everybody doing what they should be doing. So obviously we need the artist doing art. So we can say you are art. We can say that you are art. And then Weem, of course, we're going to have him working on code. Programmer. No! That's not what I want. You got to actually click this guy. Programmer. Cool. Let's not fire me. All right, we're going to start this slow. I want to make sure that everybody's kind of going. All right, everybody's working. That's good. So let's speed this up. The coding is probably going to get done right away. That's going to be something that there's really not much to do. So I don't want to go full speed because I want to make sure I get this right on there. 2, 1, 0. Let's pause that. Coding is perfectly done. We're going to go ahead and switch Weem over to artist. I mean, he seemed to be able to help there. So let's do that. We'll hit play, make sure, yep, he's going to continue working. That's great. Speed this up. Yeah, and then we'll get to stop this right away. Right as we get there. 2, 1, 0, pause. Cool. So let's go ahead and do a review. Client. And I'm going to go ahead and promote it, assuming that we really can't do any better. If we go into the positive, that's actually problematic. So we're going to go ahead and promote this. Okay. So I think we're good. We've got delay. Let's go ahead and kind of move through the delay and review. Okay, so we are in beta now. I'm going to actually pause this really quick. We're going to switch everybody over to programmer. I think we'll have them help, right? Code, sure. Let's do that. If it severely impacts the quality, we'll probably be able to tell. So everybody's on a programmer role right now. Yep, everybody's working. Speed this up a bit. Okay, let's check these. So we're at 9.1. That's good. I mean, we're required to have bad output. It just needs to be bad. So I think we can do that. So far so good. I don't think we get a bonus for finishing early, which I don't even think we would anyway, right? We are about to end the day. So this is one of those things, like, we just tried one and it didn't look like it was possible to finish in the day. Now, there's certainly easier contracts we could have taken, and perhaps those we would be able to have, like, wrapped right now, and that's the thing we can look at for tomorrow. But as of right now, these guys are about to go home. I could release it, but it would be nice to get more bugs hammered out. I think what we'll do is we'll just let them go and see what it looks like in the morning. 9 bugs. We're going to let them probably do some debugging in the morning. Sure, close. But I want to keep it kind of on a time limit, right? I don't want to spend a good chunk of the day because we do want to take another project. So we're at 9 bugs right now. I think what I'll do is by the time they get in, let them go like an hour and see. Okay, we're just going to go to just after 9. So in an hour, they've got, 2 more bugs. I mean, they might be able to get some more out, but I really want to start on another project. So I guess we can do... No, we can't do review. That's right. You got to remember these things, let's go ahead and release this. Let's see where it's at. Because our review was initially decent. So it was outstanding quality, so that's pretty good. We could have got some more bugs out of that. Maybe we'll be, maybe there was a penalty in there for that, but let's see. We want to go to... I'm forgetting now. It has been a little bit. Where were my projects? Was it in here? No. Oh, I think it's in contracts, right? Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's been actually a few days since I played the game. So here we go. So there was only two bugs. It's interesting because I would have guessed that we got like 10 more out of there, but anyway, not bad. That's actually pretty good. On time. Okay, I've accepted another project, and I think... Is Joey gone on vacation? I actually didn't see a message about that. One employee's on vacation for June. Okay, well, he's out. I went ahead and accepted another project, assigned everybody, although Joey's gone, to be designer, so we're kind of pushing through that. We started just after 9, so it looks like we're going to get the design element of this done pretty soon. Okay, paused it. We're going to switch to development and switch these guys over. So this project that I took is a website that's a bit faster. It should be easier to get done. Obviously, we're a person short, but I think we may still be okay. I think. Let's go. Programmer. Artist. Cool. Let's go ahead and kick this into gear. So we're gonna push through and see what we see how we come out at the end of the day. Okay, we're approaching the end of the day, and of course we took an easier project, but we are also person short. And looking at this, we're kind of getting through some bugs right now, and these guys are about to leave. So I think it might have been possible if we got to start the hour earlier and we had our third employee here, it might be that we got enough bugs out here that we could actually release this project on the same day. So start a project, end a project. But I think that's pushing it. I have a feeling there might be a certain kind of project that we can get in one day. For example, that just requires one programmer and then have everybody program. Maybe that's the next thing to try. Maybe that's what we'll do for tomorrow. Okay, I jumped through another month or two. I don't recall at this point, but I did get a lightweight project while all the employees were here, and I very efficiently made sure they were all kind of working together to get this thing done. You could see we are in the beta phase fixing bugs. This started this morning and we're barely in the afternoon, so this one actually jammed pretty quickly. I'm just gonna hit the reviews here. Yeah, I figured they would probably be decent. We're already cranking on bugs, so this is a project we will have started today and be able to finish today. Again, it was pretty lightweight. It was simply a coding, a 0.67, that's it. So everybody kind of helped with the design and then helped with the coding. And now with bug fixing, we are doing really good. Now, if I pause this and think about this, we did start at 7:30, 8 in the morning. We've gone 4+ hours. It's possible that we could have released this a little while ago, taken on another project, and just about completed it the next day. The issue, I think, is that we do have some more projects now, so we did get some overnight. I was going to say that the issue is what would we do. This one actually requires, you can see the code units, it's 0.75, but for code and art. And this one's 6.9 though. So we could do this one and try and do 2 tomorrow, like start and finish them. We would just kind of be releasing maybe before all the bugs were complete. That's a possibility, but that might be okay if we could get 2 done in a day. So I might try that tomorrow. But in the meantime, with this day, I think I'm just going to hammer this out and release it end of day. We'll take a peek tomorrow morning and decide if we're up to that challenge. Okay, the first half of the challenge is complete. I've jumped us ahead to 12:40. We've got 19 bugs worked out. This is a project I picked this morning, started, and we've got to this point. So I'm going to go ahead and release this. We got outstanding quality, 9800. We probably took a little bit of a hit from bugs. But that's pretty close to what it was anyway. I think it was like barely over 10K, something like that. So let's go ahead and take another one. We're up to the challenge. So let's see. We just need to pick one more. Let me expand this. I was looking at something like this, a 0.6 for programmers. So let's go ahead and accept this one. So that's our next project. We're going to close this out. We're going to switch everybody here. Just make sure I've got this selected. We're going to all go back to designer. I'm going to show you what I was doing here. So they're all designer. We're going to speed this up. Now this one's going a little bit slower on the design side. I think the other one, I guess I may have been fully sped up before. That might have been the issue. So we're paused, develop. We have code now to do. So we're going to switch all these to programmer. I slow time this thing just to make sure they're doing it. Now, I don't remember him doing this for programming. He was getting, I thought he was getting like yellowish. You know what it is? It's probably a different type of programming this time around. That's unfortunate. I did not consider that he might be not as good at this particular kind of programming. And here we are pushing to the end of the day. So I don't think we're going to wrap this one today, but at least... I should be able to wrap this up in the morning. Now, it's kind of debatable, at least to me as far as I know, whether I should have done 2 at the same time and they could have split their focus. I wanted to just do 1 and see where it got me and then end it and make a decision on if I wanted to start another one. So that's how I did this time. If I do another double one, I may just go back to trying to hammer out 2 very easy ones and have them both work on them at the same, have them both worked on at the same time. But anyway, yeah, we're already just about wrapping up here, and Joey can't really help us. Okay, I went ahead and wrapped up that day, and I thought, you know what, just release it. I've got some bugs figured out, and so that last one you could see we took a pretty big hit. We had 21 bugs, $70 a pop, so we lost $1,400, but it's still good. We made 10K, and on the one that came just before it, it was around lunchtime, we had 9 bugs. So those were definitely released earlier than they needed to be, and I did lose, all told, you know, I guess that's 2,000 maybe-ish dollars, but we did complete those 2 projects in the same day. So anyway, kind of depending on once I switch over to the next day, what projects are available, I may do that again and maybe just work on them both at the same time and then see how that goes compared to this time. Okay, well, I've let a few months pass as I've tried some various experiments. I tried a new project early in the morning at one point and got that finished around lunch. I started a new project, or it was just after lunch, started a new one, and it was just about to finish, and I went ahead and brought in another project. I released that one kind of early and got started on a new one kind of in the evening, just the last like hour of the day or so. So that it had a jump start the next morning, and when it got close to lunch but not quite, I kind of overlapped. I brought in a new project, so a little bit of experimenting. You can see the market, the monthly profits is doing a bit better because I've been kind of doing 1.5 to 2 projects or so. So that's definitely been picking up. We're at 208,000 at this point, and I've definitely got a better handle on what we can do. I'm going to pause this because we've got people showing up to the office now, but I am going to go ahead and wrap this up for now. Next time we might take on like a bigger project, something that takes like 2 months. If we take a look here, because I do want to kind of experiment some more. We've got this one that they give us 2 months to do it with 2 required artists, but obviously my character can help. So maybe this is something that we can jam out and maybe have time to grab another project as well. The income is pretty nice. We've been getting 10 to 12 $1,000 projects and earning maybe like 9,800 to like 10,000 or something like that. So if we could get something like this and get it done fast enough that it takes us maybe a day and a half or whatever, and squeak another project into, that might be kind of nice. There's some really big projects here too, which is kind of crazy. But another thing I would like to do as well is get to the point where I can kind of do one maybe smaller project each day and also be working on our own project. So I think that's what I want to do for the next episode, is get that started. I want to start development on our own project and just kind of see how that goes. But anyway, we'll do that next time. I do want to thank you guys for watching as always, and I really appreciate the comments and the help and everything. And if you got any more ideas or you seeing things I'm missing, let me know. It helps greatly, and I hope to see you here next time.